Now, these are ugly, but they do sell for some pretty darn good money. We're going to look at something unique, something vintage, something that you will surely find out in the wild. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to talk about something that most people, I would say, think is pretty ugly, but they still do sell for some pretty good money. So without further ado, let's hop over to a very interesting, unique, and ugly item. Now, back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, probably even into the 90s, if you went to a flea market or sometimes just on the side of the road, you'd see a guy with a truck selling a whole bunch of velvet paintings. Most of the flea markets I went to back in the day had them, back in the 70s and 80s. The head shops carried them as well, too. I remember even buying somebody a unicorn on a big black velvet canvas here. Most of the frames look the same. They're pretty darn cheap frames. These are done quickly, cheaply. Large number of these are done in Mexico. They're not going to say that. Back in the day, you probably rarely saw Mexico marked on things like this. At one time, you could purchase these new, just like this, $25, $50 at max. Maybe a little more than that, depending on where you were at or something. But these sell extremely well these days. Obviously, famous people do very well. This is Willie Nelson, very obviously a very large one, a very well-detailed one. I'd know who this was in a minute here. And you can see it sold for over $330, almost $340. Now, these used to sell for almost nothing unless they were early 60s or maybe late 50s or so. But the prices on these have steadily climbed. There's two different types that I usually look for. There are these realistic ones, and then there's the ones that just look I guess very untalented, so to speak. They're just quick gesture lines, and we'll show you some of those as well. Animals are very popular. Black Panthers here. This one is just a typical one you'd see from the 60s or 70s. The painting itself is literally on a big chunk of black velvet, so you do not need to paint in all the colors. The black actually fills in, so you can just come in with some highlights and shading. Odd, unique one, almost $300 for this one. So there is some value in it. Usually wood frame again, and if you look at the frames themselves, they're almost always very similar, really cheaply done, gaps in them and things like that. That's, I think, part of the draw on why these are attractive. They're so ugly, they're so, I guess, cheap retro that they're highly collectible right this minute. They can sell for some good money. These are things that I can pick up $5, $10, $15 usually. $25 for maybe an Elvis or someone famous. Most people just assume they're cheap. They're by nobody well known. We'll look at a few of the most common ones you will run into and ones that I've run into dozens of myself. Now, the most popular one I've run into are Elvis Presley. Elvis ones were all the fad in the 70s, especially after he passed. This is one of the ones done in commemoration of him. Now, many people will say, well, it's not legal to go ahead and copy famous people like this or use their name and things like that. This is a one of a kind. They may do 100 of the exact one, but each one is hand-painted one at a time. So it's not necessarily done mass production like you're printing. Someone has taken the time to artistically paint each and every one of these one by one from scratch. So that's the big difference on these. I run into those at thrift stores still to this day. Right now, I can still find black velvet paintings. And most people at $20 or less still seem to pass them up. Whether it's because they're worried about shipping them or not having a value, I don't care. They sell. They're interesting. They're unique. I do remember these as a child. So in my opinion, they are highly collectible and something that the right one came along, I wouldn't mind hanging on the wall myself. Now, every pose you could imagine was done for Elvis. One of the more popular ones you'll see is him crying. Now, I'm not really sure where this all came from, but I've run into many of him crying, not just on black velvet, but on many things. They all go for some good money. Doesn't have to be attractive. It doesn't even have to be very well rendered. It just has to be Elvis and a decent quality canvas. Now, these are stretched black velvet, just like a normal canvas, but I have seen some of these as well that are black velvet stretched around a wooden board. Now, age-wise, I've seen them back even in the 60s where they're stretched around a piece of wood and just stapled on or something along that line. They all do, though, carry a value. And yet another one, and this one honestly is not very good. The likeness isn't good. The talent of the person doing this isn't good. Shading wise and in the direction of the light, that's about the best thing on this one here. It's kind of proportionally off in the whole works, but it still went for $200. It's because of who it is. Now you'll also find some bizarre ones, very different, unique artwork, like this one here, kind of demented, more of a Halloween-ish one, maybe a horror monster of some sorts. Rather interesting. Something of a topic you just won't run into anywhere else other than these sorts of black velvet paintings, at least from my experience. This one went for over $300 because of the topic, because of the image. No frame. With a frame, it doesn't really seem to matter. The frames are so cheap, most people may reframe them anyway. Animals, as I said, do very well. Horses are extremely popular, like this one here. Looking at the frames as well, I would say the frames were made in Mexico for most of these, just because of the type of wood, the quality. They're really not very well done. They're just cranked out by the foot and then sold like this. There was a whole industry of just doing black velvet paintings back in the 60s, 70s, and even through the 80s. Black velvet also touches on barware. A lot of the tiki-style images are highly sought after for bars, for a basement bar or a get-together place or something along that line. And this is a perfect example. Now, some of these aren't very big. This is 18 maybe by, say, 16 or so framed. So the size isn't necessarily the issue on most of these. You will find mostly larger ones because it was easier to paint a larger one with less detail just because it's so large. These are all cheap, quick renderings. Like this one here, it may have taken someone 30 minutes to do both of the ones in this lot here. Maybe even less time than that if you've done hundreds of these. These were something you could bring back from, tropical islands as well. It's not just in this country. I've seen Chinese versions, Japanese versions, all sorts of types of black velvet paintings are out there. The ones that are bar, I always make sure to have tiki hut or something along that line in there. They do extremely well. Anything tiki, whether it's for a bar in someone's house or decorations in a tiki style room, they all do extremely well, as you can see with this lot here. Now, just like in many other categories, the weirder, the odder the actual image, the more money they can bring in some cases. Now, this went for $160. I would say this is Krampus, and he is on a toilet smoking a cigarette. As odd and bizarre as this one looks, it still went for that kind of money. Again, the same basic frame. You'll see some with these holes on the edges, too. It's typical what you run into. This is probably 60s. This is kind of outsider, underground art to some extent. It's unique. It's different. Maybe it's not to your taste, but the subject matter is different. There's not a lot of Krampus or the devil Beelzebub, whatever you'd want to call the character. Now, another area that you will see are nude images. Now, I've picked a very mild one compared to some of the ones out there. Some of them are actually quite artistic in nature. They're very well done also. But nudes in black velvet do extremely well. Just a single figure, whatever the case may be, they all seem to sell. This one is terribly rendered, but it still went for $169 because of what it is. You will run into this exact same one. Probably if you look on eBay right this very minute, there may be a couple dozen of this exact same basic image. Now, they're all slightly different. Maybe there's a stencil or a template someone uses. I really doubt it. But all it is blue on the black velvet. That's all there is to this. Very simpleton illustration. $170 basically for this one here. Another very well-known musician here, Hank Williams Jr. Probably 70s, I would say, on this one. Now, some of these will be signed. You'll see an actual signature. There are some from the 60s and even into the 70s that have followings of the artist that did the work. Very well done, detailed ones. We'll show you some really unique ones in just a moment here, but any of these do very well. Now, the more famous, the more popular the musician, the higher the price will go. Elvis is probably one of the top ones on the list, just because they've been doing Elvis black velvet paintings for 40 plus years. Probably since the early 60s, you could have purchased a Elvis black velvet painting, in all honesty. They've been around forever. This one's got a very good likeness of Hank Williams Jr. It's well executed, so it did fairly well. Almost $150. Now, it doesn't have to just be a famous person. Cartoon characters. It's like a black light poster, almost. In some of these, they use fluorescent paints that will light up under black light, so some of these have dual purposes. Now, obviously, it's not the best rendition of Snoopy, obviously, but it still did over $100 on this. It's something that, again, you're not going to pay a ton of money for. Not many people are going to assume this pretty off-market brand version, knockoff of Snoopy's going to go for over $100, but yet they still do. Same basic frame as you can see as well. Again, it's not very well rendered. It's just a couple of colors, cheaply done. Somebody did try and sign it. Obviously, even the signature isn't very well rendered. Pink Panther, Marvel characters, they're all done in black velvet. The older they are, usually the better with these cartoon character ones. I've seen a half a dozen or more different Pink Panther ones alone. Same with Snoopy. Marvel characters, I've seen Hulk, Spider-Man, Iron Man, most of them. Superman you can run into as well. All of those sorts of things people turned into black velvet paintings. Now, one interesting fact is that people still create black velvet paintings right this very minute and do them for a profit. Now, this one's actually a very, very, very good rendering of Leonard Nimoy as Spock here. The hair, the reflection, it's everything I remember as a child of Star Trek and Spock. It's a very well done one, and this person actually sold one, and they have another one here. $100 plus shipping. These are fairly easy to ship. There's no glass entailed. You just have to protect the surface so it doesn't rub on the box. So seal them in plastic and then box the heck out of them. These are going to make it there fairly easily. They don't weigh a ton either. So for $20, this person's sending this one out. If they're on frame, they'll weigh even less. The frames on the ones that we've shown you are old. They're light wood. It's not very heavy at all. So even with the frames, it's still very light. 4 or 5 pounds, 6 pounds at the very, very most for most any of the black velvet paintings that I've personally had. Just one more example, you've got William Shatner as Captain Kirk from Star Trek as well. A match set, you'd have to have them both. This person sold 2 of these for $100 plus shipping. Size-wise, these are both 24 by 18. Not a ton of painting needed to do a shirt. The face is where all of the actual efforts go into, so it's not a ton of work if you're good at this. So you can make some money at doing this. So these things are still hot. There's many different aspects you can cover in these. Religious ones do extremely well also. Jesus on the cross or anything along that line. Now the biggest thing about these two is the black velvet aspect of it means that it doesn't absorb light anywhere where there's black. So the picture, the image itself just really pops out from the actual background black velvet itself. That's one of the draws and why these have been so popular and still sell for a lot of money right now. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
This calls for the sour stripe.
Help! Help!
A quick change and beech nut stripes again. New beech nut sour stripes gum. 5 fruit flavors in every pack.
New Sour Stripes gum hangs on to flavor. How does that stripe you?
Sour!
Who was that striped man anyway?
I don't know, but he left this.
Buy beech nut. Buy gum.